Dozens of buildings and businesses in North Minneapolis were set on fire or vandalized during the Twin Cities over the past, 2-3 weeks.
The damage hit hard in a neighborhood that already has difficult challenges, including higher levels of poverty, unemployment levels. And joining us now to talk more about recovering and healing in the neighborhood is Pastor Edrin Williams from Sanctuary Covenant Church. Pastor, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me again.
We have, of course, multiple things going on. On the one hand, there is going to be a long recovery for some of the damage, the physical damage up there. But there's also the emotional damage, I think, to the fact that these issues of racism, and frustration with police have all come to a head. It's two things that have to be worked on at the same time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're dealing with the compound trauma of historical issues, and at the very same time, we're still in the middle of COVID. I think people are forgetting about that. COVID-19 is still there as well. And then we have the death of George Floyd about 3 weeks ago now. And communities like North Minneapolis have had to wrestle with all these things on different fronts. And it's been a hard couple of weeks for sure.
Obviously, everyone experiences these things and these emotions differently. But when you talk to the people in your church, what are you hearing about how they're doing right now?
Yeah, I really do want to be intentional to say that this has been traumatic. This has been a traumatizing experience for people to see someone lose their life in a most inhumane way, and then to see their community under attack through looting and the threat of violence from outside the community. It really has been a hard couple of weeks, and you look at the fact that the primary grocery store in North Minneapolis, the Cub Foods there on Broadway, has been closed down due to some rioting and damage itself. And so people are food insecure on top of all the other challenges. Spoke to a gentleman, the 70-something-year-old gentleman came by our church last week as we were doing our food distribution, and he just had questions around where do I go to get my medicine, and where do I get my food from, and that kind of stuff. And we were able to give him some resources of where he can go and how he could get a ride to certain places. But those sorts of daily necessities are now in question, and it started again long before George Floyd's death, but it has been exacerbated by his death and the reaction to his death.
Obviously, discussion about police reform and police change has been taking center stage in the public arena here over the last week for sure. What are your thoughts about some of these discussions? We've heard the Minneapolis City Council, veto-proof majority of members saying they are open to the idea of defunding or disbanding the police. What are your thoughts there?
I'm actually very pleased with the energy that has gone into that conversation. We can't continue to come back to these sorts of conversations. We can't continue to have black and brown men, indigenous men and women die at the hands of police who are sworn to serve and protect our community. And so we've tried to do reform after reform. I think back to Rodney King when I was 11 years old, his death, and coming out of that, there were so many promises made about reform, and every time a new hashtag comes around, we hear the idea of reform. And I think that the city council was right to say we have to go much farther this time around. And so I love the energy that is there around that conversation, and I think it will force us as a city, force the mayor, force us as a state to really do something. I heard in your broadcast earlier, this divide between the Republican and Democratic legislators around whether we can fix this right now. There's no more important conversation, I think, in Minnesota right now than police reform. And to have it broken down along political lines is unfortunate, because it's not a Democrat or Republican issue. All of us deserve to have a law enforcement that serves the community, all of the community. And I think we need to do this right now.
Pastor, we talk about this energy around police reform, but is there that same energy that you're seeing right now, even about things like the food desert, the story you just told about the man who was not able to get his medications, or the families that aren't able to get their foods? Is that same energy here? Will we start making changes there as well?
We have to. I think we absolutely have to. This is systemic, and so when you look at communities like North Minneapolis, we're not just impacted by the police, we're also impacted by Minneapolis public schools, which is, some would say that's violent, the way they've underserved our children for generations now. That could also be seen as a form of violence. When you look at access to quality health care and how limited it is in communities like North Minneapolis, that's another form of violence itself. And so we have to attack all of these things, I think, at the same time. And we're a large enough, smart enough country to deal with multiple things at once. Policing, yes, but all these other systems have to be examined and reformed as well.
Pastor Edrin Williams, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.